Hey guys, it's Ross Jeffries, and I want to welcome you to this very exciting instructional video module for July 2009. This is going to be a different kind of instructional video module. I thought what I'd do this month is to dip into my secret stash of seminar video that no one has seen and no one ever will see, and grab some live teaching from there that I can then interpret for you and show you some really great stuff. The footage you're watching is from my London seminar from 2008, which I never released and I never will. And the reason is, as you'll hear, there's some kind of whining background buzz in the sound that we only discovered till later. So I wasn't happy about that, but that works to your advantage because you're seeing stuff that no one has ever seen. This is really cool, and this is about how to use your gestures, suggestions, and commands to get women hot and bothered in minutes. So my cat Tazberry is bothering me here. Piss off, Taz, and we'll get right to it. Some important tips to note as you watch the film that you're about to watch. Commands and suggestions, as you'll see, are the workhorses that lead a woman's imagination and emotions. So many of you are concerned about memorizing long patterns. And so partially this video is a response to that concern. As you'll see, you don't need to do long memorized patterns. If you understand how to throw in embedded commands and suggestions combined with using your gestures and with the right theme that opens up a woman's mind and doing it in a playful way, you can go very, very far without needing anything else. Notice that the gestures I'm going to demonstrate in this video connect the feelings that you're creating in her to yourself. Also, you'll see me do a pointing gesture up from the ground upwards towards her crotch. And that's pretty blatant, but it works. And that actually, combined with the words that I use, creates a lot of those sexual feelings. My favorite suggestion, as you'll see, is "it's on tonight." Notice when I give a suggestion, I nod my head like "it's on tonight." That's the unconscious nod of agreement, or if you like, the nod of unconscious agreement. And notice how I introduce that all through a question. And then I move to another example, which is the twin brothers scenario. And I really show you how the twin brothers scenario can be used to embed some fantastic suggestions and commands. Here's the exact words of that little bit of pattern I introduced in the very beginning of the video. The exact words are, when you meet someone you find really attractive, pointing to yourself, and you feel something arising. If your friends were watching, do you think you could conceal your feeling that? Or would they realize it's on tonight? Now, in this little example here, the commands and suggestions are in blue, and the last one is both a command, realize, and a suggestion. It's on tonight. Go away, Taz. My punky cat's bothering me. Notice that the answer the woman gives to the twin brothers, any answer, is used to feed back the answer. That helps you develop your curiosity, but it also deepens the responses that she's going to give you. You then also can link any responses she gives you back to yourself with your gestures. And a suggestion. Notice the suggestion in the specific example you'll see in the video. I give the suggestion, it's important to laugh with someone whom you're feeling more comfortable with. So anything she gives me, I'm going to feed it back to her with some suggestions and commands tacked back in. So the suggestions or commands are used to elicit the feelings, but then we use suggestions and commands to feed back her answers to make the feelings even stronger. One more little piece of advice here. Remember, the twin brothers and all other good patterns have certain things in common. They're designed to screen for women who are fun and adventurous and responsive. They're delivery vehicles for embedded commands and suggestions. So I want you to think of twin brothers and these kind of things as a Trojan horse. It's not the horse that's important, it's what's inside it. They open the right place in her mind, and that serves us. They have the right theme. What is Twin Brothers about? Well, as you'll see, it's about what builds attraction for her in a man. And it's not done as a serious discussion. Twin Brothers is disguised as a playful quiz. That's the beauty of it. All right, so enjoy this video, and I'll be back at the end to give you some closing comments. Stuff I said no. It's on my Gold Watch. All of this is available word for word on my Gold Wacom TV. Okay.
You still sell it?
Huh?
You still sell it?
Well, you can still buy it, but you know, one of the things I need to do is digitize it and put it online. Right now I'm not available, but I will. I'm going to create like a members area with stuff that other people have to buy. If you come to the seminar, you can just download it. I'm not there yet. I have project managers who are working on changing my business. It takes time. There are technical details that I don't even understand, and my project managers are talking to each other and CCing me. I'm like, when you put the PHP code in the different file, I'm like, I don't want to know. Just do it.
Okay, so my twin brothers quiz, it basically goes like this. And again, I just go right into it. I don't even justify. I go, okay, if I start with one quiz, I'll say, here's another one. You meet twin brothers at a party or a social situation or anywhere where you feel comfortable meeting someone new. Get the command? Feel comfortable meeting someone new. By the way, do you see how you do the self gesture? Look here. The self gesture is not feel comfortable. You're not calling in an airstrike, right? It's feel comfortable meeting someone new. If your fingers should be real, you're not moving very much. Just feel comfortable meeting someone new. Hear that little command? Now, commands build up cognitive momentum. The first command has very little mass, very little force, very little acceleration. The next one has a little bit more, and her own emotional responses are actually contributing to the building momentum. So it builds logarithmically, not mathematically. You meet twin brothers at a party or a bar, someplace where you feel comfortable meeting someone new. Yes, sir, my Norwegian friend. Boom it out. Have you ever had anyone call me out on what? No. Never. Never. Because I'm not blatant. This isn't blatant. I do this. I gesture like this. You meet someone, like when you meet someone really attractive and you feel something arising, I'll say this. I'll say, when you meet someone really attractive and you feel something arising, I'll even look at their crotch and do that. So what am I doing? I'm fingering them. I'll do it. I'm blatant. And I know she's going to throw this right back in my face. She's going to do it to me. I'll do that. And the gesture, when you meet someone really attractive and you feel something arising, are you good at disguising it? Or if your friends are watching, would they see that it's on with this person tonight? See, remember I said you can ask a question? That's exactly the kind of question I'll ask. I'll say that. I'll say, so, I'm very curious because I like learning people. When you meet someone who's really attractive and you feel something arising, do you think you could conceal it from your friends, or if they were watching, would they realize it's on tonight? Would they realize it's on tonight? Do you hear me giving her the command? I'll get to that question in a second. So in the space of a minute, and while I'm doing this, when I point to her crotch, you feel something arising, I'm imagining there's a line of energy going up and inside of her. But here's what it's not. It's not when you meet someone and you're really attracted to this when you meet someone who's really attractive and you feel something arising, do you think you can hide it? Or if your friends were watching, would they realize it's on tonight? Hear it? Realize it's on? I'm not realize it's on tonight. I'm not fat bastard. Oh, I'm sexy. You crap. It's subtle. And here's the thing. Look here, guys. Here's what I think I can't convey to you. You will not understand this till you do it in the field multiple times. With the right kind of girl who's open, you don't have to do much more than that. That's it. All you have to do is be playful and fun, not be overtly gross or smell like a garbage dump. Some of you need to work on your hygiene. I'm not pointing anyone out. No, I'm teasing. With the right kind of girl and with the right amount of will in you, with just the right amount of will energy in you, that's all you have to do in the right kind of, that's it. And not step on your dick and show a little, and then fractionate your energy. I'll do that, and then I step off it and show that I'm interested. I get genuinely curious, and then I can always go back and say, let me point something else out. And then I'm firing it off again. But here's the thing, I don't lean on that. Once I get that going, I don't stay stepping on the gas. I'll move over to a different vibe. Hold on, I'll move over to showing some genuine curiosity. Genuine, I will ask myself, what is there about this person that I can get really curious about? I'm genuinely curious. Those of you who said to me, I run out of things to say, no, you run out of things to observe and get curious about. If you can get curious, then you always have something to ask or talk about. Does this make sense? Yep. So let me get back. The twin brothers. You meet twin brothers at a party or a bar, someplace where you feel comfortable meeting someone. And they both are identical. They're absolutely identical, and they both look exactly like the kind of person. Look here. Look at the gestures. You're missing it. They're totally identical, and they both look exactly like the kind of person where you look and you go, oh my God, he's gorgeous. They never get it. I shouldn't say they don't get it. Thank you, Mullen. Mullen corrected me. I'm simply saying they really, with all due respect, they don't catch it. I've done this to master NLP people, and they don't get it. They get it unconsciously. You understand? So you meet twin brothers, they're absolutely identical, and they both look just like someone who you look and you think, wow, he's gorgeous. You get it? So right away, I'm creating those filters. I'm creating the filters through which I want them to look at me. Now, the first few times you do this, and you're in bed with a woman, afterwards you're debriefing her. Well, you debrief her when you get her in bed, but you know what I mean? You're interviewing her. You'll say, you'll say, well, there's another ambiguity. I'm on today, aren't I? You are. I'm on. The first few times this happens, you'll debrief her and you'll say, what made you sleep with me? How did you know? She said, I just looked at you, and it was like looking at someone who is so gorgeous. Right away, I looked at you, and I could feel how gorgeous you were. I'm saying, this shit works. It works. And I'm trying to say, those people who think you're not attractive enough, if right away they're looking at you through this filter of thinking you're really attractive and feeling it, and everything you do assists them, hear me, assists them in building that cognitive emotional momentum in your favor, it's pretty cool, all right? So, and both of them look just like the person who you look and you, this person, they're gorgeous. You can feel they're gorgeous. Okay, so they're identical. One of them is an incredibly good dancer. The other one has the most amazing, pleasing, pleasurable hands you could ever think of. Okay? One of them is a fantastic dancer. The other one has the most amazing, pleasing, pleasurable hands you could ever think of. Now, Peta's laughing her ass off because she understands what's going on. What am I doing there? The other one has the most amazing, pleasing, pleasurable hands you could ever think of. I'm conditioning her to think of my hands as being pleasing and pleasurable. Why do you think women tell me, no one's ever touched me the way you touch me? Every woman tells me that. Well, because I do know how to touch them, but also because I'm conditioning it. You guys are going, this is wicked. It should be banned, right? It's illegal. Huh? They got just done with a 10-day master practitioner. And I bet you they didn't show you this shit, did they? Nope. You're getting more in an hour than you got in 10 days there. And you're not even paying, you fuckers. Okay, so one of them is a great dancer. The other has the most amazing, pleasurable hands you could ever think of. Which one do you find a stronger attraction for? Do you see it? Which one do you find a stronger attraction for? And let them answer. I don't care what their answer is. It doesn't matter what their answer is, because their answer is irrelevant to what's going on. But let's say they say, oh, the dancer, I really like, and then I'm going to get curious. Let's say they say dancer, so really, so is it the fact that they're technically good at dancing, or is there something else? I'll let them answer me. Whatever their answer is, I'm going to feed it back to them. Does that make sense? I'll say, well, what do you like most about being with someone who's a good dancer? Right? If they say great hands, depending on how cheeky I am, I may go, oh, really? I'll say, great hands, me too. Like, what? Do you find that's a common thing, or is it rare to find a guy who has really great hands? It doesn't matter what they answer. It doesn't matter. Do you understand? I'll say, okay, same twin brothers. One of them makes you laugh more than anyone you've ever met, but the other one is a scandalously good kisser, and I'll look at her lips for a second. I'll look at her eyes, and I'll look at her lips and look at her eyes. One of them's the funniest person, it makes you laugh like crazy. The other one is a scandalously good kisser. I'll look from her eyes to her lips. I'm just offering little suggestions. I'm leaning on it hard for you guys, right? But I'm very subtle when I say this. You don't have to lean on it. You don't. My metaphor is the fire is already burning. I just need to put a little drop of gasoline. You guys want to come over with a big, huge air tanker full of gasoline. Like, you don't need to. Just a little tiny bit. You get it? And I let them answer. If they say, oftentimes you know what I hear? I'll say, the guy who makes me laugh, because you can train someone to be a good kisser. You'll hear that, and they'll say, oh yeah. I'll give them one of these. I'll say, oh yeah. Hmm? If they say someone, and I'll say, sense of humor is important to me too. It's important to laugh with someone who you're feeling more comfortable with. You get it? Yep. If they say a sense of humor, I'll say, I agree. It's important to laugh with someone who you're feeling more comfortable with. You see it? If you're not looking at me, you're missing it. It's important to laugh with someone who you're feeling more comfortable with. You hear the suggestion? You're feeling more comfortable with. It's a suggestion. Suggestions and commands continue to set the direction of their mind and emotions. They build the cognitive momentum, and they set the different tracks for the cognitive momentums to move down. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you like this concept of cognitive momentum? Yeah, I like it too. I coined that. Yeah, I made it up this weekend. Okay, and then here's the final one. One of them has more money than Bill Gates, but the other one makes you feel like you're the most uniquely attractive woman to ever walk the face of the earth. You hear the command? Feel like you're the most uniquely attractive woman to ever walk the face of the earth. Which one do you feel an even stronger attraction? Look here. Which one do you feel an even stronger attraction? Remember now, everything we're doing is a vehicle. Everything, whether it's questions, jokes, poems, stories, the longer language patterns, they're all designed to screen the person and as delivery vehicles for embedded commands and embedded suggestions. They're designed to open the right place, the proper place in her mind, the level of the mind that serves us, and they have the basis of a proper theme. What is the overall theme of the twin brothers scenario? What is the theme, really? What builds attraction? What she's attracted to in a man. Do you understand?
Yes.
But it's not being done as part of a serious discussion. It's being done as a playful quiz wherein you're qualifying her. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So embedded in this playful quiz is actually creating cognitive momentum and through embedding suggestions and embedding commands, right? Using gestures. You get it? It also is introducing the theme of what attracts you and feeling attracted, feeling drawn. Do you get it? So it's doing a lot of things simultaneously. A good language pattern, that's what it does. And a good language pattern requires her involvement. Do you see what this is doing? She has to answer. She's not just passively sitting there. So a good language pattern opens and reaches the proper level of the mind, the sea of suggestion, the ocean of fantasy. Remember we talked about that? It's a delivery vehicle for embedded commands. It requires her active involvement. It introduces the right themes that are useful for seduction, one of which is feeling attraction. Would you not agree? Yes?
Yes.
You following this?
Yes.
And it's that, I think I already said, it's a delivery vehicle for suggestions and commands. And I'm constantly doing it, you see? So I say, which one of them do you really feel a strong attraction? I let her answer. If she says the guy who makes me feel uniquely attractive, I'll say, yeah, isn't that amazing when you feel that unique attraction? How, sometimes you have certain ideas. Did I say what the ideas are? Or I'll say, one of the things I've learned, let's say she says, it's the guy who makes me feel uniquely attractive. I'll say, isn't it great when you feel uniquely attractive and you get certain ideas? But just because you're thinking about it doesn't mean it's on. You hear it? Just because you're thinking about it, suggestion, doesn't mean it's on. Now, look here. When I give commands, I don't do this. But when I give suggestions, I do this. So when I say, it's on, it's on, I'll go, it's on. And if she does, you see this, you'll laugh. The challenge will be not to burst out laughing. Oh, I'm not being funny. I'm being funny, but I'm also being completely accurate. With the first time you do this and you go, it's on, and you see her go, You think I'm making this up? I'm not making this up. Do you know what I'm talking about? The first time you do that and you see the unconscious response, so do you see how I keep embedding? You know one of the things I'm going to do? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all of this video we're shooting today and we're going to digitize it and put it up where you guys can watch it for free. I won't charge you. You understand? This is going to be part of my ongoing support program. I'm going to create members areas, you know, where you can get in with a little like password that I'll issue to you. I really don't want you to share it. You're paid for it. You get it free. This is the kind of level of follow-up support I'm going to supply to you as your teacher. Okay? Because this is actually a better presentation than what I put on the Gold Walk-Up DVD. Yes, Jordan.
Yes, I was just going to ask about this small amount of energy that you put.
The small amount of energy? I'm only putting in a little bit because you don't need a lot. The reason I don't need a lot is I'm pre-selecting. My premise about women is they don't need a lot. I'm going to pick women who are already sexual and looking for an adventure on some level. So I don't need to do a lot. I just need to do, well, let me answer you, Jordan. That's one reason I don't need to do a lot, because I'm selecting the right kind of woman. But the second reason I don't need to do a lot is I'm a person with will. Because I'm a person with will who's not afraid to make mistakes, therefore anything I do